back about 2 years ago in December of 2021, the newest Halo dropped, and it was Halo Infinite, and there were high hopes for this game, but it underdelivered. The campaign people were mixed on. They thought it was good, but also didn't feel like it was that real Halo experience. The combat was the best it's ever been, but the multiplayer, even though the combat was phenomenal, half of the modes were gone, and there was only 2 playlists available at the start, or something around that. But has Halo Infinite gotten any better since it launched? Now, in this 2 years, not Bungie, who are the original developers of Halo, but 343 Industries, who developed Halo 4 and 5, and then Halo Wars 2, I think 1 as well. They came out with a brand new Halo game, with the Master Chief as their main man. Back to form, and Halo people were extremely excited, as this is the first real Halo game in quite some time. But when it released, it was lackluster, and well, I wanted to see today if it's turned around. So, the moment you open the game, it's already better, honestly. It just looks so much better. The menu's cleaner, the menu looks better than it did when it launched. There's new loading screens for when you're loading into the game. The seasons are pretty good. They have exclusive events that you can go through and play. And they finally delivered their promise of co-op with the campaign. Now, what about the multiplayer? Has it gotten any better? Well, the answer is basically just straight up yes. The season that's happening right now is a return to Halo 3, so they added a few fan favorite modes from there. And overall, they've added some big things, like big team battles are better. They've added new maps, which mimic that of the old games. The game still looks good. The game is fun, it's fast-paced, and with the new running and movement and sliding, it's so seamless that it all works together, and it's just fun. And even now, 2 years later, it's still pretty easy to find matches. Today, it took me about 31 seconds when I was recording this to load in, which is pretty quick considering the game's 2 years old. So they have hundreds of modes back, or maybe hundreds. The Slayer playlists are so much better. Unlike before, where there was barely any modes at all, there's now lots. There's Sniper, there's, like I said, big team battles, and they're actually fun. Now, the maps are interactable, they have hundreds of things, and the new weapons that they added at the beginning, the like heat wave weapons or whatever you want to call them, are also fun to play around with, and the multiplayer is just seamless, fun, and fast-paced. But it's not without its flaws. The main flaw is really just that it wasn't here before, and that the Battle Pass still kind of sucks. But they did add a new system of leveling up, like Reach, where it's not a Battle Pass or Marketplace or anything, but you just level up and rank up through different classes, like Bronze and all those tiers. Now, this is a massive addition. People kind of were begging for this before. They have added a few new weapons, even though a few of the weapons are still under-leveled, like the plasma hand cannon or whatever is still super weak. And yeah, but they've added a lot of the old maps back into the game, and they're just seamless, interactable, and fun. But with all this evidence, has Halo turned around? Now, with the Game Awards coming up, it's one of the tiers is like best concurrently updating game or whatever. And honestly, even though it wasn't nominated, I think Halo Infinite deserves this prize. 343 have massively turned this ship around, and it went from a ship that has been sinking for quite some time to now a ship that actually I think is worth sailing on. Like I said, the multiplayer is fun. The campaign was never that bad, but a few of the additions have just made it better. Just the overall multiplayer is just that fun Halo experience that we've had with almost every other game, like Reach, and the hand cannon, or the sidearm is what it's called in the game, that you have in the multiplayer, is a lot better than that of Reach's, like, sidearm or whatever you want to call it. But this multiplayer I think is the best Halo's ever been, and with the additions of more maps, concurrent updates, and 343 is actually being pretty transparent with what they're doing. So, with all that said, I believe Halo Infinite is worth a try, and I'm probably going to be playing it a lot more. So yeah, thank you.